I'm not going to get him to lay down this hand. Top pair, top kicker. And both Jurgensen and Hansen have a piece of it.
14,000.
It's a tough little situation for Theo here, Park.
I don't think it's that tough. I don't think he's...
Call.
Delete.
Well, is there any chance that that might bring Gus in?
He's doing a pretty good impression of that guy from Reginald Perrin.
I'm not sure what that meant, but...
I think it means could all three of us have hit this? If it was a cash game, we just know he'd love to take one off here. He's not careful, he'll let those chips fall over the line and make a decision for him.
But that's 14,000. I mean, what is Gus thinking about? Does he think Theo might be slow playing?
I think he's far more worried about what Peter has than what Theo has. If in case you haven't noticed, the two guys are both wearing red jumpers.
If it comes a king, it's going to be ugly. Hansen's got more outs. And that jack has now given Theo Jurgensen lots of outs. A flush draw, a straight draw.
Check.
It's also given Peter Roach a chance to win a serious pot here.
All checked.
71,000 in there. This card for free now.
Oh my
And
God.
that's a disaster for Peter Roach. He's just made a straight parg, but Jurgensen's made a flush.
Well, I think whatever way Peter played this on the turn, this was going to happen. He's going to run into runner flush when he's got the top straight. It's a bit tricky to put anybody on that hand.
Check.
Yeah, it'd be amazing to see if Peter Roach can find a check here. He's bet about half his stack. This
20,000.
This looks like a real gang-up situation here. Theo is going for blood now, Park.
He's trying very hard to keep the smirk off his face.
Re-raise.
Well, he knows exactly what Roach has, doesn't he?
I think so.
55,000.
King high flush.
Pass. All in.
And Parg, very unlucky spot for Peter Roach. He has just gone down. First player out. Hard to see how he could have gotten out of it.
It was a little unlucky for Peter there. I mean, he had the two Danes on the line on the flop, and decided to check the turn. But you know, even if he made a kind of pot side bet on the turn, there was a chance that Theo would have called him anyway.
Absolutely. I mean that.
He must have been worried, you know, with the ace, the jack, and with the jack and the 10 on the flop on the turn, and Peter was there with his ace king.
It was a slimy hand, and Peter Roach looking at that one more time. Ace king, a very nice looking flop, but the turn and the river were just traps from the ceiling. Jurgensen making a flush on the end there, which beats a straight in this man's army.
So next time somebody talks to you about the luck of the Irish, tell them to go away.
Republic of Ireland spinning now. They're one man down, and with 5 left, they're going to have their work cut out. But Theo Jurgensen putting the pressure on Andy Black. And when the cards come out, they're spinning round. Who's to say which way this ball gets kicked?
No one to play with? There's always PartyPoker.com.
This is the PartyPoker.com Football and Poker Legends Cup. I'm Jesse May, joined by Parg Parkinson.
Right.
Raise to 12,000 total.
Ace 10, and Christofte has picked up a pretty big hand behind. He's down to 32,000. All in seems to be the best move for him.
Well, it would appear to be definitely one of the top selections. There is no move at all in here, I think.
I'm all in.
All in.
That's good. And
You know,
Christophe to the Dane, he was called for a string bet earlier.
27,000
And,
total. Pass.
He has learned very
27
quickly,
total.
announcing the all-in
50.
before he even moved his chips.
Count that.
And good, strong play, Park.
Oh,
32.
God, sorry, yeah, 32.
Well, he's
sorry.
probably the first player to be called for string bet in this
32.
tournament, seeing as the string bet
Okay,
rule
so
doesn't
push
apply.
over to 20.
Well, that was my understanding of the rules. I thought there was certainly a relaxation of the string bet rule, especially for the footballers. It's a bit like when the soccer, when the poker players play soccer, that they don't have to play the offside rule because they can't understand it.
Cascarino will have a count, and I guess it's not an automatic call, Parg, but it's 20,000 more to win 52,000.
Well, it is an automatic call almost. He's getting 5-2 about his money, and he can afford it. You know, he could also, you know, have run into a pair of 9s, a pair of 8s here, where it's a toss-up.
Yeah. He still has 5 cards to try and outdraw it. It wouldn't be the first ace-10 that ever beaten ace-queen.
You know, when you know, even if Christophe has a pair of kings, it's not a bad call from Tony with the ace-10. It's not too much in it mathematically.
So Republic of Ireland needs a bit of help, although it is the Danish team all in. And you couldn't begrudge them a bit of a rub of the green right now, Parg.
Well, especially in this particular confrontation.
And there it is. There is the 10. Kim Christophe has done everything he could do, but he cannot escape the 10 on the flop, and now he needs to find a queen in the deck. That changed nothing. Still has to be the
6
queen.
of hearts.
3 of diamonds. Queen of clubs.
9 of hearts is close.
Okay.
Hello?
Aces up has taken down the Danish footballer, but Parg, then again, he put in a good, strong game. And,
Unlucky, yeah.
He played a very strong game, Jesse. Tony Cascarino has taken him out twice. Once when Kim bet the best hand on the flop and Tony called him the king-queen. And this time we've got ace-queen against ace-10. You know, if he was a pro walking out there after playing like that, you'd say, well, he did as well as he could. Good luck to him.
they were talking about both of these teams having a propensity for cannibalism. And before this is all over. Well, one interesting thing about these quarterfinal rounds is that there's 2 cash prizes. Obviously, just the winner takes his team forward, but there's cash prizes for first and second. So it'd be interesting. I doubt that's going to play into anybody's mind at this table.
Well, it certainly wasn't going to play into mine because I didn't know.
Well,
No, I don't think anybody's thinking about it. You know, national pride is more important than the money at this stage. So, and I think a lot of the teams, you'll find that they've come to an agreement that whatever the team gets, they chop up 3 way in the interest of team spirit. And maybe that's the way it should be. Difficult to see Gus Hansen throwing this away.
Andy Black with a raise from the button, the 2 5s.
Call.
And Gus in surprisingly good shape here, 2 overcards. But this really, the first pot where we've seen these 2 square off here, 28,000 in there.
And something spectacular here. It won't be the last one.
74.
Oh, what a flop for Gus.
Wow, that's beautiful, top pair. And Andy's going to have trouble getting away from this part.
He's going to have terrible trouble getting away from it. It's pretty hard for him to put Gus on a 7. Hopefully he'll put Gus on a pair of 8s or a pair of 9s or something and manage to get away from it. No, I think if Gus knew what Andy had, he might check raise him. Or Gus may decide to put a small.
20,000.
I just thought if Gus bet there that Andy might stick himself all in.
I mean, Gus, the ability to be very liberal here because Tio's got a lot of chips, Parg.
Yeah, and liberal he's been.
That's exactly what he's doing, the raise all in. And this,
Call.
a very, very tough escape for Andy Black. It's nearly a cold deck, Parg. He's called quickly. And I believe that he has Gus slightly out-chipped, but it's not by much. This will be a cruckling blow for the Irish team. And
60,000 more.
unusual for the 7-4 deuce flop to be a cold deck, but with the way the matchup went, that's pretty much what it was.
I think Gus has been most of the combinations in the deck for gold decks in his career.
That no help. Andy Black needing a 5. He won't be out, but he's going to be very low.
Come on, baby, put it up there.
And
Oh, she's definitely going to put it up there. I'm not sure it's going to be a 5.
So you're in for all your chips. You're playing for a